Very good morning, dear children. As we were discussing about the second chapter, how the first letter was written by Rudyard Kipling, we shall enter into the second part. What happened in the first part? Once the Taffy came to know about his father's difficult to catch the fish, she was sitting at the bank of the river and planning to send message. What happened now? Then a stranger man appeared on the shore of the river. He smiled at little Taffy because he had a small daughter himself. Taffy saw a stranger man and had an idea to send the message, but she couldn't inform anything since she didn't know to write and she didn't know to understand the stranger man's language. And stranger man also not familiar with the language what they were talking. And what happened? As soon as the stranger man saw this little Taffy, he gave her a piece of bark to show his good intent. But she understood, she thought he meant her to draw her message on it since she could not write. The stranger man smiled politely. He did not speak her language and not understood a word Taffy had said. What happened? Taffy promptly began drawing pictures on tree bark which he gave to her, with shark's tooth to tell her mother what happened there. And she drew Tehumai trying to fish with a broken spear. She drew the stranger man holding the extra spear. And then the shark's tooth slipped and it looked like the spear was in Tehumai's back. And she also told the stranger man to find her mother's address. So she drew a tree and the beaver swamp. Taffy did not know how to draw beavers. So she could draw heads. She drew little heads in swamp. When she finished her picture, Taffy thought it was beautiful. She handed it over to the stranger man. By seeing the picture, stranger man understood that his enemies are hiding in the bushes, ready to attack him. He wants his tribe to come and help. With that, the stranger man raced off and the picture on the tree bark. See now. The picture shows some understanding, but the stranger man understood in other way and he ran to send this message to her mother, Teshumai. The stranger man ran and quite by accident found Teshumai of a cave where she was talking with the other cave ladies. And he walked up and politely handed over this bark. Teshumai looked and screamed. She ran and knocked the door and knocked the poor stranger man down. The cave sat on him while Teshumai told them what the pictures meant. And now she told it's very clear that the stranger man had attacked Tehumai and my little Taffy. See, there is a spear at Tehumai's back and Tehumai's spear is broken. Then Teshumai pointed out the many little beavers. After showing in the bark the beavers' heads which Taffy had drawn, see, look this. There is tribe coming after them. Tehumai and the cave ladies began to beat the drums to call tribe. The tribe gathered ready to rescue Tehumai and Taffy. The stranger man led them to where the Tehumai and Taffy were peacefully fishing. And they came and asked, where are the people that attacked you? But they said, no one attacked us, said Tehumai. We have seen nobody but the stranger man there. Why did you send this horrible picture? They asked. Then Taffy stepped forward and told what happened and talked about the broken spear and her plan to help father. She explained her drawing and she could not draw beavers, so she drew only the head part. After finishing this, all the chief began to laugh. The whole tribe started to laugh. This is the great invention, said head chief. Someday we will be able to read and write and we shall always understand what is written. Until then, Taffy, when you send a letter with the pictures, be sure send it with someone who can explain what means. So, dear children, what did you understand from this? This story is set in the Neolithic age and describes about how the first letter was written. What is Neolithic? This is the later part of the Stone Age. And this term Neolithic derives from the Greek neos means new, and lithos means stone. Literally, it means new stone age. And the writer also described and made us to understand how the first letter was written, but that letter caused misunderstanding. So, dear children, learn to write good letter, and especially you should learn to write letter and convey the message rightly through the letter form. Thank you. All the best. If you have any doubt, go through the videos and ask your doubt in other class. Thank you.